Let's stop lying to ourselves. Katampe Extension is not Banana Island, not even close. There's no waterfront, no billionaires parking yacht, no decades of elite reputations. So why is everybody suddenly calling it Abuja's Banana Island? Is it hype or is something bigger happening here? Because when you actually drive through Katampe Extension, you start noticing something uncomfortable. Money is moving, and it's moving fast. 3 years ago, most people ignored this place. It was just that area behind Maitama. Now, plots are selling for numbers that would have sounded crazy in 2020. Mansions are rising every single month. Developers are fighting for land, and the same people who laughed at it before are quietly buying in. That's how real estate works. First, they ignore it, then they mock it, then they compete for it. Katampe Extension is in stage 3. Let's talk about what you are actually seeing here. These are not small builds. These are 6-bedroom glass front mansions, 8-bedroom architectural statement, private cinemas, rooftop lounges, smart home systems, massive compounds. This isn't accidental development. This is coordinated wealth behavior. People with money don't build randomly. They cluster. And once clustering starts, prices don't stay the same. But here's the controversial part. Katampe Extension is not luxury yet. It's potential luxury. There is a difference. You still see construction dust, empty plots, ongoing infrastructure, unfinished roads in some sections. Banana Island is polished. Katampe Extension is still loading. So why are people acting like it has already arrived? Because smart investors don't wait for polish. They buy during transitions. Here's something most people won't say. Abuja doesn't have many areas left that are this close to the city center with this much available land. Maitama is saturated. Wuse is established. Asokoro is elite but limited. So where does expansion go? It pushes outward. And when expansion pushes outward, the first zero zone that absorbs wealth wins. Right now, that zone looks like Katampe Extension. But let's challenge it. Is this organic growth or developer marketing? Because sometimes areas look hot simply because developers are pushing narrative. Luxury billboards, aggressive listings, fastest growing area in Abuja. We've seen this before. So is Katampe Extension truly elite or is it just well marketed? Here is the uncomfortable truth. It's both. The marketing is aggressive, but the capital is real. You don't build 500 million naira homes in an area you don't believe in. You don't sink billions into land banking if you think the area will stagnate. The confidence here is not small, and confidence backed by money usually shifts markets. Now, let's compare properly. Banana Island is old money energy. Katampe Extension is new money ambition. Banana Island whispers. Katampe Extension is flexing. Glass balconies, LED-lit staircases, statement gates, massive lion statues at entrances. You can feel the difference. One is legacy, one is accession, and Abuja right now is rewarding accession. Another thing people ignore: access. Katampe Extension is strategically positioned, close enough to Maitama to benefit from prestige, far enough to build something new, connected enough to matter. Location isn't just about where you are, it's about who you are next to, and Katampe Extension is next to power. That matters more than waterfront views. But here's the real controversial question. Are prices here justified, or are people buying based on speculations? Because when an area becomes the next big thing, emotion enters the market, and emotional buyers inflate value. If infrastructure fully matches the ambition, this area wins. If it doesn't, some people overpaid. That's the risk stage Katampe is currently in. Let's talk psychology. When wealthy individuals move into the same area, others follow. Not because of houses, because of association. Nobody wants to be the only wealthy person in isolation. Luxury districts are social ecosystems, and Katampe Extension is building that ecosystem fast. Once that ecosystem stabilizes, the area becomes self-sustaining. That's when prices stop arguing and start commanding. So, no, Katampe Extension is not Banana Island, but maybe that comparison is limiting it because Abuja is not Lagos and capital operates differently. Political power, diplomatic presence, government proximity. Luxury here follows influence, and Katampe Extension sits dangerously close to influence corridors. That's not accidental. Let's be honest, 10 years from now, nobody will care what the roads look like in 2026. They will care about who bought early. Every elite district has a face where people debate it. This is that face. This is the argument stage, and argument stage is where opportunity lives. Now, here's the real take. Katampe Extension will either A. become Abuja's most dominant luxury district outside my timer, or B. plateau as an upper middle elite zone. There is no middle ground. The next 5 years will decide that. And based on construction volume alone, it's leaning towards dominance. The biggest mistake people make in real estate is waiting for validation. By the time everyone agrees an area is elite, entry price is painful. Right now, Katampe Extension still has breathing room. Not cheap, but not locked. That window never stays open. That window never stays open long. So, is it hype? Yes. Is it also real? Yes. That's why it's dangerous, because when hype meets real capital, market move violently. And right now, Katampe Extension feels like a market preparing to move. The real question isn't, is it Abuja's Banana Island? The real question is, when Abuja's next major luxury district is fully formed, will Katampe Extension build a name, or will deals be remembered as the moment it could have been? Money is betting on it. Developers are betting on it. Early movers are betting on it. Are they wrong, or are they early? Time decides that. But one thing is certain, Katampe Extension is no longer quiet land. It's a battleground for Abuja's next elite identity, and battle creates winners.
Look, again, I don't know why I keep coming back to this, but why can't Banana Island, Pinnock, and all those places, why can't they achieve underground drainage system? Like, all these areas are new. This part of Abuja are like new development, right? And they all are able to achieve this underground drainage. So Banana Island is a new development and they could not achieve it. And houses are going for billions of naira, like in the billions, and they couldn't. So isn't that brutal?
What seems the wiring here is
Even the cables and everything is under the ground. There are no overhead cables. Like, these are new development, and this is not gated. This is not gated estate, right? We're driving through now.
yes.
Like, you can't just get into Banana Island. You can't just do it. You need access and all of that.